It was difficult. I couldn't define myself. Hi, my name is Eromz. For me, self-confidence is belief. How well you believe in yourself. If you believe that you are capable, that is self-confidence. If you believe that you are not, that is self-confidence. So self-confidence for me is more about your belief in yourself, your environment, or anything around you. Yeah, I've had quite a number of experiences where I felt my self-confidence was tampered with or almost tampered with, starting from, let's go as far back as my primary school. I was this tall guy, like from young, I was always the tall guy who was always playful. I've been playful from time. The way I viewed life was not normal, in the sense that at this moment, even with the fact that we're talking about like over 15 years after, Nigeria is still trying to accept creatives. So look at 15 years back. So it was difficult. I couldn't define myself. And then, these teachers, they had silly phrases that they used to insult children growing up. You hear tall for nothing, all these things. I call them silly phrases because, no offense, if you can say that to someone, then you yourself are silly. So if you're a teacher watching this and you say this to students, please be very careful. But the best part was, from time, I never allowed anything get to me. If you're insulting me, if you're advising me, I listen to you quite all right. Or it seems like I'm listening to you. I just take one or two things that I know will help me. The remaining 55 sentences, I just wipe them out of my memory. And that really helped me growing up. And apparently, even now, it's an unconscious part of me. So from primary school to secondary school, I was this different guy. I didn't believe in holding leadership positions. Primary school, I was never a prefect. I think I was even in primary 6 when I found out that there was something called prefect. Then secondary school, I was not a prefect. But in the hostel, I was a prefect because I believed in respect. I believed in building a brand, building a person, building someone who can not just change his mates, but change people that just know about him. So that was the kind of life I was living by. So in secondary school, in the hostel, they gave me two positions, the assistant chapel prefect and the transportation prefect. For the transportation prefect, that was the time I began to find out that I always look for ways where there never was a way. Now, I was the first person to have that position. In fact, I called myself the transportation prefect. It was like play. And then it happened. After school, boarders used to line up to enter the bus, and it was always rowdy. And I was like, okay, let me make this place. Let me just make sure that there are two lines. Let juniors go first, then seniors go. And then I was organizing it. And when the bus comes, I go outside to interact with the driver. I come back in, and that's how we started. And before you know it, some of my classmates in SS3 are joining me. Some SS2 students are joining me. SS1 students are joining me. GSS students are joining me, and that's just how we started. I don't know if there is still transport prefects in the school I went to, but that's something I started. So going into the university, they now gave me a position in my 100 level. They gave me course rep, which was like, the thing is, I knew I might get that position because of how I had already built myself. Now the thing is, after secondary school, I failed like I failed chemistry. But for me, it was not a bad thing because I knew I was interested in music. My parents didn't care. Because I remember calling a meeting, telling them, see, I don't want to go to university. Let's not waste our time. Send me to music school. Then after I wrote SAT, I applied for SAT. I got a scholarship score. Scholarship score means a very good grade where you can get scholarship to study what you want. So for music, I got a scholarship score over, I think 1800. But they still didn't listen. So I gave in, went to Babcock, and one lecturer were outside that day. I remember very clearly. We're outside, and the lecturer was like, "Who is your course rep? What class is this? Computer technology. Who is your course rep? We don't have." I was like, "Get a course rep." And the man left. And I was looking at the time, 2 minutes, no one did anything. 3 minutes, no one did anything. I don't stood up. Okay, guys, let's get a course rep. Or let's get an assistant course rep. Who is interested in running? Some people rose up their hand. Okay, I said, "Oh yeah, step forward." So they stepped forward. And I asked for a vote. Like, this was like, nobody knew themselves. They were still trying to maybe form or know each other. I was like, "Okay, sorry, what's your name? My name is Lagbaja. Who is voting for Lagbaja? 5 hands." Okay, no problem. And then there was a guy that eventually won. I'm like, "Okay, guys, this is your course rep." And one girl, I think Chidima, yeah, she was like, "Why don't you run for course rep?" And everybody was like, "Yes, run for course rep, run for course rep." And before, nobody voted. They said that's our course rep. I'm like, "Okay, you guys, those I don't want you." I know how I am. But it was very good. It was good. My 100 level grades was good, amazing. But I realized that I was losing myself. I knew I wanted to do music. There were responsibilities. I mean, going from lecturer's office to lecturer's office, I wasn't able to chase my music. The only time I had to chase music, I would stay in my room, record on my laptop overnight, wouldn't have enough sleep. So I knew something had to go, and obviously my music was not going to go. So I had to drop the course rep. And also, I really don't care if people like me, but if people don't like you, it should be for a reason. If people like you, it should be for a reason. Why do people like you? Why do people hate you? You should really sit back and don't see everybody as a hater. You should sit back and think, okay, this guy does not like me. Why doesn't he like me? So my leadership position, because I'm a strict person, it made a lot of people to hate me, and I didn't want that. So I had to step down and let people see the real me, not the leadership Eromz that I didn't even like. Because like I said before, I don't like holding positions. So 200 level, my grades dropped. I think finally, the last semester of 100 level, I got an F, and my parents came to school because they were not used to the F. When they came to school, from 200 level, let's just say that they got used to it. So they stopped coming to school. But moving on, I started to discover myself. I started to make friends. I made friends that till today we are still together, and I'm grateful for them. So my final year, I will never forget final year 400 level. I gave testimony in church that usually my kind of person, I should spend 6 years in school because I was not interested. And in Babcock, they don't graduate third class. Their third class is extra year. I gave testimony, I was so happy. And then something happened. I failed the course. I had to come for summer. Imagine giving testimony, being a popular person giving testimony. People are like, you have graduated, oh, congratulations, oh, pastors are congratulating me. And then they saw me in summer. It was a phase for me that, but another good part was I built myself to the extent that I didn't care what people said. I didn't care how people saw me. There were times I could be standing alone or walking alone. There were times you could see me and I'll be like the most social guy ever. There were times you see me and you'll be asking, what's this guy wearing? I had learned to build myself and believe in myself. If I'm doing this thing and I believe it's going to be good, I pursue it to the last. I don't care what people say. I've seen myself, I've seen the vision ahead, and I've pursued it. So when they saw me during summer, I actually failed a course that was just 1 unit. And the course does not affect your, what they call that stuff, your CGPA. The course does not affect it, and that was the course I came back for. But over time, I passed the course and I left, and so far I've been building myself. It's not been easy. At times you go without cash for a long time and you have responsibilities. It's not been easy, but we are still discovering ourselves. There are still times we sit back and ask ourselves, are we doing the right thing? Or am I doing the right thing? Are you sure I'm not doing something wrong? But I have right people around me. I have people that can encourage me. I have people that when I'm down, they can just call me, Alpha, there's a shoot, let's go. Or Alpha, let's go and make music. So the people I have around me still help me to stay on track and all of that. But so far, so good. It's looking amazing. What I would have done differently if I had a chance to go back in time is, first of all, that year after my secondary school, I should have insisted. Because at the end of the day, it's your happiness that matters. 5 years from now, if I'm not successful, nobody will listen to the fact that I studied what I didn't want to study. Nobody will care. Not just myself, everyone. Nobody will care if you study the wrong thing. They're going to ask you, so 5 years after school, 6 years after school, why didn't you learn what you wanted to learn? So I should have insisted on studying what I wanted to study, because even when I graduated, some family members are now saying, I'll go to music school now, and I'm like, I've already spent 5 years in school, plus 1 year NYSC, that's 6 years gone. I really don't have the luxury to go and spend that 2-3 years. So I should have insisted, and I should have also been patient with people. Not everybody sees the world like you. Not everybody understands things like you. So you should understand that not everybody is on your level. Some are above your level, some are below your level. Just be patient with people. Hi, my name is Eromz, and I make mad sense.
Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, and like this video. We're going to be dropping content week after week, testimonies upon testimonies, so that you can be able to relate with these issues and share your testimonies as well. And if you'd like to be a part of this campaign, just send us a DM, send us a message. I'll drop a link below so that you can get in touch. My name is Ario Ifyok Adebanjo, and I make mad sense.